Hey folks, welcome back to another video. So you've bought your kids the Oculus Quest 2 and now you're wondering what games you should get so they leave you in peace for a bit. But you also don't want to spend any money. Well, have no fear, WaqMan is here. Today we are going to go through the best free games for kids on the Oculus Quest 2. These are also for the original Quest, so don't worry if you have that. So if you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also remember to enter my Quest 2 and games giveaway by liking, subscribing and following the instructions below. Well, let's get straight into the video. Now, I do want to mention that just because these games are free doesn't mean they're bad, but actually these are a lot of fun to play. So let's start things off by number 1, Elixir. This is one of the most fun games to start with because it has hand tracking and it really has a wow factor because of how it is implemented. It's not a long game but more of a short experience. Here you are basically an apprentice magician and are going to create different concoctions that will give you different powers and even different hands. I don't want to spoil too much of the game, but the voice acting is great, the visuals are beautiful and the hand tracking works extremely well. But my favourite things are the octopus hands. Because of the finger tracking, they are your actual hands, so the immersion it gives is scary, but so awesome. Number 2, BOGO. Do you remember when we were kids, there used to be something called Tamagotchis, the electronic pets, that used to just want to eat and poo all the time? On Nintendogs and the Nintendo DS. Well, BOGO on the Oculus Quest 2 is a free game and is the next generation Tamagotchi Nintendogs, although a shorter experience. You pick the fruit from the trees and feed them to your pet. Make combinations of food, and depending on the combination, the color and food of your pet will change. Keep your pet happy by cleaning them with your own hand or using a brush. Play fetch by actually throwing the stick and watch him bring it back. You play really fun mini games to bond with your pet. With the playful nature and colorful environment, your kids will love it and be amazed at the marvel of VR. Number 3, Puppet Fever. This game is one to play with friends or family around. It's basically like playing charades in VR. The person who has the headset on will get shown a card that has a name on it, such as a movie name, etc. Then they will use puppets to describe that movie without speaking. Each person participating will have a character as well that will get given the card if they guess the correct answer. This is a lot of fun to play with friends and family. However, one issue I have noticed is that some of the challenges are quite difficult and may need some verbal cues. But hey, maybe I'm just rubbish at charades. Although if like me you don't have any friends or just want to play solo, then you can have bots guess the answer based on your clues you are providing. This is actually the most hilarious part because of the wild guesses they make. For kids it will be great, but they will need to get used to the concept of some of the cards, as it can be a bit challenging even on the easier levels. Though if you want to be creative, you could make your own challenge cards and play with them and still use the puppets. Number 4, Bait. Do you or your kids love to fish? Or do you want to practice your fishing? Or even learn how to fish? Then Bait is a perfect free VR game for you. Originally made for the Oculus Go, but then ported to the Oculus Quest platform. And it is fantastic. There is a good story, albeit short. You can unlock different fishing rods with the currency you earn from catching fish. You have to buy and select different bait, and of course a variety of different fish to catch. This game is unbelievably relaxing and fun. You will definitely get hooked. Number 5, Half and Half. Okay, so now this game is very strange and quite unique. It used to be $15, but now it's absolutely free, as well as being cross-platform between PC and the Quest. Half and Half is more of a social game similar to Rec Room or VR Chat, but different. The game is all about making a connection with people, and in awesome ways. You can glide through the sky, you can go scuba diving, play hide and seek with your friends where the person hiding becomes tiny and the person seeking becomes a giant with a voice to match. It really is a lot of fun to play, plus many more different mini games. So try and check out Half and Half. Number 6, Epic Roller Coasters. So, want to go to a theme park but can't? Then this is the best alternative. The feeling you get in this game is actually like you're on a roller coaster. For a more immersive feeling, I recommend getting a fan and having it blowing at you. It also helps with motion sickness. First, let me warn you though. If you're prone to motion sickness, probably avoid this one. And for your kids, make sure it's the last game they play because it can be quite intense. If you aren't worried about that or want to try it anyway, then great. What have you got to lose other than your lunch? Epic Roller Coaster is actually a pretty fun experience. It's not that much of a game since you don't actually do much other than sit in your chair and scream like a madman for no reason. For the outside world, that is. But inside the headset, you're going 80 miles per hour on a roller coaster, going through loop-de-loops, trying to shoot the targets and failing miserably. Now, when you're in the game, you actually get the feeling that you're in a real roller coaster. There are a few different maps that are free, but any more you need to pay for. Personally, I don't think I would really pay for any, and the graphics in the game are reasonable, but could be a bit better. Although this is still a great game for a fun experience, and it's something you should try out. But I would not spend any money on it unless you really love it. Number 7, Pokerstars VR. You know gambling isn't good, kids, and you can lose a lot of money. However, in Pokerstar VR, you can play to your heart's content with people online. Not only that, with the money you win, you can also buy props to show off how cool and rich you are. There is full interaction with your cards as you would expect in VR, so you have a great time. The developers are also adding more card game modes, allowing you to play against the dealer. This is the best card game you'll find in VR and it's absolutely free. Number 8. Rec Room. Now, Rec Room is a social hub where you can create your own avatar, make them look how you want, and then step into the VR social world. You can talk to people around the world, play games with them, relax and just have fun. To be honest, this is the perfect game for kids and you will find loads of kids playing. So, you might be wondering, what type of games does Rec Room have? Well, Rec Room has so many games that I can't list them all. So I will just list some of my favorite ones. The first one is Fall Guys in VR. You heard me right. The popular game Fall Guys has been created in VR through Rec Room and is a lot more scary when you actually fall. Obviously, if we got Fall Guys, you knew Among Us was also coming in VR. And to be honest, it's even more fun than the flat screen version. If these games aren't your taste, then there are so many more. How about paintballing, or battle royale, or dodgeball, mini tennis, laser tag, disc golf, fishing, basketball, treasure hunting, climbing, team quest where you can use your swords, bows and arrows, guns and magic, defeating enemies and eventually fighting an epic final boss. Remember, this is all free. But if all of the above wasn't enough for you, you can also build your own rooms and make it look how you want, then invite your friends to show off. Explore thousands of player created rooms to see how much time people have actually spent on it. I wish I had that much time. Also, this is a rare game that has crossplay between PS4 and PC, so you can play with people that are playing on the PS4 and PC, meaning there are a lot of people to play with. Now, there is another app called VR Chat, which is pretty awesome. However, depending on how old your children are, I'd be careful sending them into that world, as things can get a little adult there. As you can basically be almost any avatar you can think of. Maybe give this a try yourself whilst the kids are sleeping. Number 9. Big Screen Beta. What is it, you're asking? Well, it's basically like having a massive cinema in your house without needing to be a millionaire. You can watch movies, TV shows, animes, cartoons, or if you feel like it, you can even play PC games with a controller and have the Oculus Quest 2 as a massive screen. Big screen on the Oculus Quest is not just a solo experience as well, although it can be if you want. However, there's a whole social aspect to it. You can join people's room and watch what they're watching and watch with them. You can invite people to your room to watch your movies, TV shows, etc. And you can talk to people as well as hear them talk to each other, like you would do in a real cinema. Feel free to shush them when their movie starts though. There are also paid movie tickets allowing you to watch 3D movies, which are actually very impressive. This really makes you feel like you're in the cinema, especially since we can't go there right now. Number 10. Echo VR. This is probably the most fun game on the list, but again it takes some time to get used to. Echo VR is a free multiplayer game based off of the movement and control of the awesome lone Echo. The first thing I would say is make sure you have the Guardian system on and clear up your play space, as you are guaranteed to lose your orientation, since you have to spin around a lot and swing your arms in the ways that they shouldn't be able to go. The movement is based off the wrist thrusters that propel you whichever way your arms are positioned. This in itself gives you an awesome feeling. Make sure you do the tutorial to learn the controls first. This will really benefit you when you're going up against real people. After the tutorial, you start in a hub with other people floating around. You can start the trash talking straight away if you want. When the game starts, you are launched with your teammates to the middle of the arena to try and get to the disc first. It's kind of like the Harry Potter game of Quidditch, and the mayhem that comes with it. You'll be dashing around in zero gravity in PvP, flying around using the momentum of your opponents and teammates to gain a boost to score and win the game. One word of warning though, you may experience some motion sickness due to the intense movement in the game. However, the more you play, the more you get used to it. This is a fantastic PvP and team working game, and the fact that it's free is a no-brainer to pick up and play. Now, those are all the great free games. However, there are also some really awesome demos that I want to suggest that I think you or your kids would really enjoy. The first is Space Pirate Trainer. Here you are basically standing in one position mainly, and a wave of enemies are coming at you that you need to take down. This is one of the first wave shooters for VR, but to this day it might still be one of the best. This demo is really enough to give you the full experience, and you will want to take a break after because you will feel like you just went through a war, in a good way, as you will be shooting, dodging, ducking out of the way and even facing a boss battle. Now the next demo I want to recommend is Super Hot VR. Again, this is also a really fun demo, giving the full experience, and since everything is in slow motion, it will be perfect for kids to get used to it without getting motion sickness, but still have a blast. Here they get to be Neo from the Matrix by dodging, shooting and throwing whatever they can get their hands on. Just keep them away from the TV though. The final demo I want to recommend is Creed Rise to Glory. Again, this will give kids the full experience of fighting in VR and no motion sickness. Plus it will tire them out. Hopefully for an early bedtime so the parents can play. This game is based in the Rocky universe with great music and semi-realistic boxing. There is artificial stamina so you can't just flail your arms, and need to be a bit more clever when fighting, so you know it will keep the kids engaged for a while. Now there are other demos you might want to check out, but these are the ones I recommend first. Well, that's all folks. Here are my top free games you can get for the Quest 2, and are the ones you should be downloading straight away on Christmas Day, or whenever you get the Quest 2. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Well, thanks for watching, have a great day, stay safe and see you next time.